Did Disney really trade the most iconic Superman in recent memory for a superpowered pup with merchandising potential? Welcome to Nerd Court, where we'll examine some of the decisions that nobody asked for to explain how we got here and debate what the future holds for us all in this new era for the Man of Steel. First off, let's take a step back and appreciate that Superman is actually no stranger to reinvention. His evolution over the decades has always mirrored the times. As one critic noted, Superman has always been a reflection of what society needs most: hope during war, idealism during turmoil, and strength in uncertainty. In the 1930s and 1940s, he emerged as a beacon of hope during the Great Depression and World War II, symbolizing the resilience and optimism of the era. Then, in the 1970s and 1980s, the Christopher Reeve films captured a blend of idealism and Cold War tensions, offering escapism while addressing contemporary fears. Fast forward to 2013, and Cavill's portrayal reflected the post-9/11 world, grappling with themes of accountability, sacrifice, and public mistrust. However, when Henry Cavill donned the cape for the first time in Man of Steel, he didn't just play the part, he literally embodied it. Sure, his great looks and superhero physique didn't hurt, but fans actually connected with his grounded, morally complex portrayal, which grappled with what it truly meant to be a hero in such complex times. The movie adaptation also introduced new fans to a young Superman's trauma over having to keep his identity a secret at the dramatic cost of letting his father die, which highlights a mere fraction of the responsibilities that weigh on his shoulders. In Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, his internal struggle between being a savior and dealing with public mistrust added depth, while his ultimate sacrifice to stop Doomsday underscored his unwavering commitment to preserving humanity. Cavill's Superman somehow felt personal, like a reflection of our struggles, aspirations, and sacrifices. Now, enter the new Superman, a brighter, more playful interpretation paired with, wait for it, Krypto the Superdog, an endearing nod to comics of old. This marks a significant shift from Zack Snyder's darker and grittier version of the DCEU. Snyder famously stated, "You picked the wrong guy if you wanted a product," highlighting his rejection of mass appeal in favor of morally complex storytelling. By contrast, James Gunn embraces themes of hope and joy while actively aiming for broader accessibility, drawing comparisons to Disney's marketing success with characters like Grogu from The Mandalorian. Now, Cavill's Superman made audiences wrestle with questions about sacrifice and morality. But this new Superman, honestly, he's got a dog that looks tailor-made for a Happy Meal. Now, I think most consider Superman as more than just a hero. He's a cultural icon, a symbol of hope and justice. Essentially, he is the hero. Cavill's portrayal carried this weight, giving audiences a Superman who wasn't just a savior, but a moral compass. Snyder's Superman reflected a world grappling with corruption and uncertainty, a hero who wasn't perfect but was painfully human. This contrasts sharply with Gunn's approach, which promises a return to the hopeful, larger-than-life figure designed to inspire a broader audience. The new Superman's lighter tone, sidekick included, seems to be signaling a pivot to something potentially more fun and accessible. While there's nothing inherently wrong with this, it does raise the question: how will this new approach honor Superman's legacy? Now, there's no doubt Krypto tugs at the heartstrings. Well, let's be honest, he also tugs at your wallet. Think Baby Yoda, but with a cape. It's no secret that the emotional introduction of Superman's loyal canine companion was undeniably well vetted with marketing intent. With Krypto wagging his way into the super spotlight, many are asking whether DC is too focused on making money off of plushies than continuing to build upon the legacy of the Man of Steel himself. Early previews have showcased a range of Krypto-centric merchandise, from stuffed animals to action figures, suggesting a deliberate effort to capitalize on the new character's marketability. This focus mirrors strategies we've seen in franchises like The Mandalorian, where everyone's favorite Force-wielding toddler became a cultural phenomenon, and consequently, a merchandising powerhouse. The design effectively evoked nostalgia from Yoda in the original trilogy, while also presenting a fresh character for old and new fans alike. And if I'm being honest, my Grogu's still on back order from last Christmas. But all that to say, there's a whiff of Disney's marketing magic here, reminiscent of other successful Disney characters. And Krypto feels perfectly designed to charm both children and parents, so expect to see his image on everything from lunchboxes to car stickers. Now, the decision to move on from Cavill's Superman was a shock to many, especially after his cameo in Black Adam reignited false hope for his return. MovieWeb highlighted the emotional fallout, stating Superman fans have quickly taken to social media to share their disappointment and, in some cases, pure untethered rage, following the news that Man of Steel star Henry Cavill will not return to the role. Industry insiders speculated that Cavill's departure stemmed from creative differences, with the new leadership at DC wanting to pivot toward a younger, more optimistic Superman. This move not only alienated Cavill's dedicated fanbase, but also sparked debates about the balance between honoring legacy and pursuing a fresh start. For fans like me, his departure felt like a betrayal of loyalty, a dismissal of what made his portrayal resonate so deeply. But for DC, it's a chance to reset and attract a broader audience. So, as a fan, I also can't hate on that either. The new Superman and Superdog may mark the beginning of an era where he's less about deep reflections and more about accessible fun, aligning with today's cultural emphasis on relatability and inclusivity. Whether that's a betrayal or a renewal depends on what Superman means to you, personally. At the heart of this debate is a fundamental question. What do we want from Superman? For some, it's the introspection and moral complexity Cavill's portrayal brought to the table. And for others, it's the hope and joy a character like Krypto can inspire. So, what do you think? Honestly, I say let the actors fight it out. Winner takes all.